Okay, we made it till the end. This is your last lesson on improvising. We've already gone over all our chords, all of our scales, and all that stuff. So this one's basically I'm just going to talk to you about, the frame of mind about improvising and what you should take from this course going forward. The best way to put this is I really just want you to be yourself, like I talked to you about before. When you are learning and you're trying to figure out vocabulary, try to figure out concepts people are playing, not note-for-note stuff. You might have to learn note-for-note, but think about the overall feeling of the improviser. What are they really saying? What context is it over? If they're playing over a certain chord or certain chord changes, it's on purpose that they chose that chord or those chord changes. So make sure you say that as a player. Do you want to be simple? Do you want to be complicated? Do you want to go super fast? Do you want to go super slow? Do you want to arpeggiate sometimes? Do you want to play pentatonic sometimes? Do you want to be bluesier? Do you want to be jazzier? Do you want to be louder? Do you want to be softer? Do you want to be faster and slower? You have to take all these things into consideration and realize that it's really a voice. You're saying something about the context that you're playing over, and it's completely style specific. I'm sure you figured it out by this point in time, but I'm pretty much a country blues player. That's pretty much what I do the best. I'm not really, a super jazz player. I'm not really a super metal player or, a super folk player, anything like that. I can certainly, handle my way around all those different things. I'm not a one-trick pony by any means. But, I feel that the country blues kind of thing resonates in me, and it really, when I'm walking around during the day, that's kind of what I hear in my head. So that's really what I focus on. And I spend a lot of time learning all these different scales and all these different applications, just like you have. But at the end of the day, that's kind of where I found myself, and that's where I am now. You'll find through the years and over time, you'll kind of take on different things. I was on a bluegrass kick for a while when I was first starting out. I was just shredding all the time, playing metal all the time. And, I haven't really gotten bit real hard by that jazz bug yet.
Do that again.
What?
All the time.
All the time.
No, you had something happen to your
all the time.
You didn't feel that?
No.
Oh, did you hear it? Yeah. All right, just back up a sentence. We're
were
cool with
younger,
cutting, so
yeah.
it's fine.
Okay.
It's like you almost burped or something.
Okay. When I was younger, I just shredded all the time. I was a big metal player, didn't really understand a lot of folk, a lot of old stuff, a lot of gospel, blues, and all that. And you get bit by different bugs throughout the years and over time, and it'll kind of, you'll kind of move and adapt and change. But it's important that you have all the tools in the toolbox so that you can pick them up and use them whenever you need to. And you have understand music theory, all the different sounds you can make, all the different options that you have, and you're confident in that you really know your neck and it's really under control. So for this last improvising video, I want you to just go for it. You can play whatever you want. I know for the past 10 or 15 lessons we've been doing more heavier, jazzier, and bluesy stuff like that. If you just want to rip some pentatonics and really just show everybody how nasty you are at doing that, or if you want to throw in some distortion and shred some metal or do some 3-note per string stuff and just go crazy Yngwie on it, do it. I want to see it. I really want to see where you are now after taking all of this in. You have to also remember that this is a lifetime. This is a discipline of a lifetime. In 30 years, you're not going to be playing the same thing that you're playing now, just like you weren't 5 years ago if you've been playing for 5 years, or 10 years ago if you've been playing for 10 years. But the tools are still the same. The notes are still the same. The name of the scales are still the same. The name of the chords are still the same. And that's really what I've tried to get across to you throughout the course of this program, is that it's about you. It's all about you. Embrace whatever you hear on the inside and try your damnedest to get it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jam for you for a little bit, and that's what I want to see you do. So good luck.